Yeah. Is your grammar's really bad? What should you do? Well, try, for example, turning one sentence at a time into muscle memory. So instead of focusing on the grammar, just try speaking a lot more. If you see a sentence, right? If you make a mistake with your grammar, fix it, then say the correct thing 10 times. Whenever you make a mistake, fix it and say the right thing a few times to practice. So for example, if you say, I like to going, and you know it's wrong, change it. I like to go, I like to go, I like to go. And then you practice, right? Practice until it becomes muscle memory. You're not memorizing. You're practicing. So for example, I like to going, well, that's wrong, right? So then try saying, I like to go, I like to do, I like to swim, I like to eat, right? Practice like that. That's how you understand the grammar. It's almost all muscle memory. It's almost all muscle memory. If you think about it, you'll be a lot slower than everybody else. You can't really think about it. You need to make it muscle memory. Okay? Yeah. Do I have any advanced or fast techniques for you guys to learn more words or to increase your vocabulary? No. The best ways to increase your vocabulary, there are two ways to have a bigger vocabulary. The first is to read, and the second is to listen. So if you listen to more English, if you watch TV shows and you listen to the English, you'll learn a lot more. If you listen to to a video or something, you'll learn more words. If you read, again, most people use difficult words when they write. So again, you'll be learning more difficult English. If you speak, you're probably not going to be using the most difficult English. You won't know the most words, right? You learn most of your words through reading and through listening. Okay, that's how you learn more difficult words or different words. Yeah, like for example, earlier I talked about things like intend to, right? Intend to is the same as plan on, right? I plan on doing something. I intend to do something, right? It's harder, but most people don't speak using that word, right? They speak using words like plan on, want to, need to, but they don't say intend to. So again, when you read, right, when someone writes, they'll use more difficult words. When someone, for example, writes a script for a movie, for a TV show, or for a video, you'll see more difficult words. But if you're just speaking to a friend, they're probably not going to use very difficult words. Okay? Yeah. If you guys like English, if you want to get better at English, you can subscribe in the top left corner right over there by pressing the big red button. You guys can come and watch and listen every day. I'm trying to give you guys an immersive English environment. So I'm trying to help you guys out as much as possible. I'm trying to give you guys as many opportunities to use English as you can. You can repeat after me. You can ask me questions if you have any, or you could just listen to me. If you want to support me, if you want to help me, you can donate a fan sign. It's 10 cents. It does help me out. You can also use your finger and tap on the screen like this to give me some likes. That also helps as well. In the top left corner, right? In the corner, not in the top. No one says in the top. You would say on the top. But if I'm saying in the corner, that's okay. So in the top left corner, right? If I'm saying, like, for example, my phone is on top of my hand. That's okay. That's on top, right? On the top. Like, for example, my phone is on the top of my table. That's also okay. But if I'm saying a corner, you would say in the corner, not on the corner, not near the, or not at the corner. You would say in the corner. So again, in the top left corner right here. Yeah, you're afraid of making grammatical mistakes. That's okay. First of all, it's okay and it's good to make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, you don't get better. The key is you need feedback. You need a teacher or you need an AI to tell you if you're right or if you're wrong. You need to know if you're right or when you're wrong, right? So that's what's most important. If you write down your English, you'll know, or you can give it to an AI and the AI will tell you if you're right or if you're wrong. Then you'll know and you can fix it. Do Americans usually make grammatical mistakes? Yes and no. The mistakes they make are very, very non-influential. So again, I also speak, right? I speak English. I sometimes might make a grammatical mistake, but probably not. Okay? We don't care about grammar, but we use correct grammar. No one speaks with wrong grammar. We all know the right grammar. We only use the right grammar. Anyone who tells you, Americans, Canadians, blah, 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 they don't care about the grammar. Yes, they do. They speak using the correct grammar, right? They definitely care about the grammar. We all care about the grammar. If you don't have grammar, no one understands you. So we do care about it. It's just not the most important thing. You need everything. You need to speak fast. So that's fluency. You need to speak clearly, right? You need to pronounce words well. You need to have, the right words. You need to be using the right words. You need to be clear with your message, right? That's sort of how you think, right? What you choose to talk about. There are a lot of things that go into a language. It's not just your grammar. So yes, your grammar isn't the most important. And no, Americans don't focus on grammar. Canadians don't focus on the grammar. But it's very, very important. If you make too many mistakes, no one can understand you. So try to make less mistakes, right? Yeah, if you make too many mistakes, you'll be wrong and no one can understand you. Is it free from kindergarten to high school? So is kindergarten to high school free? Yes, it is. Is blah, blah, blah free, right? That's the sentence structure. If you make that mistake, right, it's slightly impactful. It's not a super big mistake, so that wouldn't matter, but it's a very, very small mistake. But small mistakes add up, and if you make a big mistake, nobody understands. But is kindergarten to high school free? Yes. Right? Is blah, blah, blah free? Is this free? Is the orange juice free? Is the stream free? Is your class free? Is blah, blah, blah free? Is my friend free? Right? Are you free? Right? It's all is be blah, blah, blah free. Right? Not is free blah, blah, blah. No. We say is blah, blah, blah free. Right? That's what we say. So again, it's just practice. If you practice, you'll understand. Right? You don't need to know why. You just need to know what's right and what's wrong. Is blah, blah, blah free? Are blah, blah, blah free? Will blah, blah, blah be free? Right? That's the sentence structure. Okay? That's it. It's not super difficult. As long as you practice, you'll understand and you'll get a lot better. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully I can help you guys out. Again, I stream twice a day. There aren't that many people today. I would assume most of my fans are having dinner with their families, or they're still in their hometowns, or they're doing different things with their relatives, right? So I would assume my fans aren't here to watch today, but hopefully tomorrow or the day after, they'll be coming back. Yeah. Again, I don't know if I told you guys this, but tomorrow in the afternoon at 3 p.m., I'll be going back to my hometown. So I'm not going to stream tomorrow night at 9:30. The only stream I'll do tomorrow is at 12 in the afternoon. So that's the only stream I'll do. And then I'll be going back to my hometown. Okay, that's it. Yeah, you can hear the fireworks, right? There are some people like setting off fireworks just outside my window. So it's very, very loud. It's super loud and you can hear it. Yeah. How do you pronounce my name? Again, don't use Chinese words. 如果你写什么依赖, right? 中文字艾丽, wrong. My name is not Eli, it's Eli, right? There's a difference, right? If you use Chinese, you won't be right. You won't be right if you use Chinese. So you need to use English. It's different. If you only use a Chinese word to figure out an English sound, you're going to be wrong. It's going to be wrong. So the only way you can learn is by listening to the English. You need to listen to the English. If you look at a Chinese description, it's wrong. 艾丽, wrong. Eli, wrong. 不是依赖, 是 Eli, right? The sound is different. The sound is different, right? Yeah. There you go. Or like, for example, hello, right? Entirely in English. Hello, 怎么可能做不出来? Blue, 对吧? Blue. It's not blue, it's blue, right? Like this color. What is this color? It's blue, not blue. Right? So again, don't use Chinese to learn English sounds. Please. Okay? Yeah. So again, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow evening. The only time I'll stream tomorrow is at 12. Okay. When is my stream going to end? In 10 seconds. Literally in 10 seconds. Yeah. You watch my stream every day and you got a 6.5 on the IELTS. Good for you. Really, good for you. I tell you guys all the time, right? I tell you guys this all the time, but if you guys listen for 20 or 30 days, you'll get a lot better at listening. You'll understand a lot more. You'll understand the grammatical structure. You'll understand how English sentences are made and how they're used, right? So it's just a little bit of practice. If you practice more, you'll get a lot better, trust me. So if you listen for 20 or 30 days, you'll get way better. Okay? You'll get way better. Yeah. What's a field trip? A field trip is when you and your class, so if you're in a school, right, it's when you and your class or you and your school go to a different place for fun, right? So you don't stay at school during the school day, you go to a different place like the zoo or a park, or you go somewhere else. So that if it's not the school and you leave the school, that's called a field trip. Okay? Yeah. So tomorrow, the only stream I'll be doing is at 12. Okay? The only stream I'll be doing is at 12 in the afternoon, and then I'm going back to my hometown. If you guys have any questions, I'll see you tomorrow. You can ask at 12, but I'm not going to be here tomorrow night at 9:30. Okay? So, thank you guys so much for coming to the stream. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you guys have questions, right, I'll see you tomorrow. If you like English, if you want to get better at English, I have a 9 on the IELTS. I'm one of the best English speakers on the platform. Come back tomorrow to listen more. I only speak English in my streams to give you guys an immersive English environment to try and help you guys out as much as possible. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you guys for your support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!